Hello, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, session 21 of Curse of Strahd. We're all here and we're excited to go.
Wait, what session is this?
21.
21.
You know, if we had waited a week more, we could have had the 20th session on 420.
420, yes, we could have. Huh. But we wanted to play.
Yeah, that's true. We did a lot.
Yeah.
Sadly.
So I didn't want to wait just for that.
Anyway, happy 420, guys. Hope you're mellow.
I
You
don't.
say that with a little bit too much energy.
Stone cold sober, man.
No. I mean, like, you weren't as mellow.
So, anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad.
Last session, we were dealing with the aftermath of the beheading of the mayor of Vallaki. Well, the aftermath was you all got banished from the town and told that if you ever showed up again, that 4 of the 5 of you would be locked in stocks. Victor, happy 420, Victor.
Hi, Victor.
Would be locked in stocks, and the one that did the beheading would be flayed alive and displayed in the town square. So after leaving the town, you all stayed the night at the Vistani camp, where you were greeted and welcomed and fed and given drink and beds, which only 2 of you used, the tents. The others just slept outdoors, or where they passed out. You all, 2 of you, while contemplating the day and then searching for things at night, 2 of you had strange encounters. Until you had a strange encounter with your what seems to be your patron, or your not God, but the Prince of Frost has shown his face to you and told you who he is, and told you that he made you who you are. He gave you the powers that you have. Which you did not receive well. Maul, you had an encounter with the Night Mother.
Mother Night, yeah.
Whatever. You know what I mean. Don't correct your DM or I will kill your character. You had an encounter with the Night Mother in which she informed you that you were part of taking her avatar away.
Right.
And that you were responsible for replacing said avatar. And to visit the 3 in the windmill.
Correct. I have no clue.
You do.
I do?
You do. You've been here long enough to know where the windmill is.
Okay.
It's on the main road. It's called Old Bone Grinder. That's the most prominent and only windmill that you know of.
Okay.
And it's on the it's back towards Vallaki. Actually, on the road you're on, where you all had your encounter, Vallaki, let's see, is behind you. It is on the other side, the opposite side of Vallaki. So you would have to go east to get there. But you all have headed west towards the village of Kresk.
Okay.
Once you got to the Lunar River crossing, you crossed the bridge. And there you were greeted, we'll say greeted, by some well, you weren't greeted. You were attacked by some zombies and a couple of vampires spawn. It seems that they were going against what Strahd had told them to do, and said that they didn't care that you all looked like fun, and attacked. Several of you were harmed in this battle, bitten, slashed, cut, but you did fight your way out. Strahd showed his face and gave you all a warning and disappeared.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's
was
where
me
we left off.
Talking for Strahd.
You all are on your way to Kresk as we speak, or I mean, as you like right now, you're on your way. You have crossed the Lunar River crossroad, or the bridge, and you actually are on your way, kind of northwest now. And the next one is going to be the next major. Had you already crossed the Raven Crossroads? I'm sorry. Y'all crossed the Lunar River. Yes, I'm sorry. Your encounter was across the Raven River Crossroads. The Lunar River is first. There's so many crossroads. Why are there so many crossroads?
Roads lead to
So that's what I was looking at. I was like, wait, this is the Lunar River. This is the Raven River. So you all made your way across the Raven River, past Von Richten's Tower. Across the Lunar River, past Von Richten's Tower into the Raven River crossroads, that's where you met your friends, defeated them, got your warning / who knows from Strahd. He's so kind of full of himself, and now you're just outside of what you think is Kresk. You're on the old Slavic road, the Slavic woods, on your left and right, but you can still hear the Raven River running off to your left, to the south of you. As far as you all know, it is just a normal, creepy night, or afternoon, I should say. Let's see, when do you all hit? You all hit the Raven River. This is why I should read my own notes beforehand, but I'm trying to guess right now. You all have made it. Yeah, it's probably closer. You all left in the morning. This is closer to midday, a little after, because you all have been traveling along the road. You have probably, from where you are, another 2 miles before you get to Kresk. So you're not too far away. You could make it probably in the next hour or so. With, maybe a little more because some of you are kind of hurt. Is that what you all would like to continue doing?
Well, I'd like to search the bodies.
Search the bodies. Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
I don't want to.
But
And
you're going to.
I'm gonna start casting Prayer of Healing at second level for
Okay.
everyone.
Go for
over the next 10 minutes.
Okay, you're going to do it
14.
as a 14? Okay. So you're going to do it as a ritual?
Actually, no. It automatically.
There's a 10-minute casting time.
It's a 10.
Oh, there is a
casting
10-minute
time.
cast. Oh, because it's Prayer of Healing. I was thinking of Healing Word. I was like, when did that become a ritual?
From a bonus action to a ritual like that.
Right. It's like, what is happening?
Question as he's doing that.
Yes.
The people who lost, like, hit points, like the max hit points for now,
Mm-hmm.
How long does that last?
You
Slash,
are
does that
for as long
change
for
with use of
you
that?
you're not sure.
Okay.
It's my way of telling you that I'll let you know.
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh crap! I tell you what, Kenny.
So you can get back to me on that. Just,
Nope, I got you.
Okay.
I got you. Huh? How do I do this? Okay, yeah. Let's do it this way. Roll your percentile die, just that one.
86.
No, just the tens die,
5.
or the tens. So the one with the 80. Are you kidding me?
Nope. Not kidding you. So then it would be 80.
80. Okay, perfect. Now roll with 80 in mind. Roll the percentile dice, both of them this time.
Okay. 75.
Okay, 875. So you see what I'm doing there?
Okay.
The first roll is hundreds, and then the next
Gotcha.
one is, yeah. Okay. So when I tell you to roll from, we'll say thousands or hundreds. When I say roll hundreds, roll it that way. The tens and then the percentile dice.
Okay.
875. Going through and roll it. Let's see. Roll that way one more time for me. So the tens and then the percentile dice.
00 is
100.
okay. 131.
131. Okay. One of the vampire spawn, you actually find the desecrated, not desecrated, but the dissected body of a small, like, black lizard. When I say dissected, it is split open, almost like it was split open with like a nail or a knife and like scooped out as a snack.
Yummy.
One would think. And on the other guy, you find a small wooden, finely carved cat figurine. Maybe a child's toy, maybe a good luck charm. You're not sure. It's very, very well carved, but it's not, it's weird. Kind of like you don't know what it's there for, to be honest with you. And then on the zombies, you find some rusted axes, a rusted short sword, and basically just ruined armor and clothing and stuff like that. So
All right,
nothing. Oh, and then you find 33 copper off of both of them.
so 33 in total.
Yeah. 6 silver on one and 5 silver on the other.
All right, and then I'm gonna cut out their fangs
Okay.
just to keep as a souvenir memento.
Make a medicine check.
No.
Make a dental check. I just want to see
Intelligence?
how well you do it.
Not very. 11.
It takes you a hot minute. It's not pretty when you're done, but you do it.
Like I don't care if I've got to like take a chunk out to get it down to.
Right. You do.
What it is.
That's what you do. I mean, like I said, they're not pretty once you're done.
Good. Okay.
All right. Anybody else?
Everyone gets.
A quick question. How long did you say it was going to take us to get to Crest?
About 2 hours, a little more.
So between searching the bodies, casting, prayer of healing, all of that. How long has it been?
We'll say about 20 minutes.
Okay, I guess my question is, because she was dismissed, is it going to take a full recasting to bring Aurora back?
Yeah.
Okay. Which there hasn't been anywhere near enough time for that. so
Yeah,
never mind.
you've not had any time to do that. Who was that? Jacob, was that you asking me how long it took to get to Kresk? Who asked that? That was Mulgar. Mulgar, what were you saying?
Well, I just wanted to ask to see how long, because my Conjure Animal spell lasts an hour, so I wanted to keep that up until the end of the duration. And I wanted to stay a giant spider until we got there, because I can be a spider like 3 hours or so.
Okay. So your wild shape lasts how long did you say?
3 hours.
3 hours. Your conjure animal spell will probably drop before you will definitely drop before you get there.
That's fine. I just want to keep it up as long as I can.
Yeah, but you can stay the giant spider for the duration of the trip.
Awesome. That's all I want to do.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm just going to try and process everything that happened since I got attacked by a vampire spawn.
Okay.
That's me.
You can do that while they're doing their desecration of bodies and searching and.
Hold on a second. My dad just called me twice.
Perfect.
I'm just
Okay,
on mute.
go for it. Yeah, family's important. Okay, so I'm going to say you all decide to make your way to Kresk after this. Is that what next one? But
Everyone
also,
gets 16
huh?
points of healing. Everyone gets 16.
Everybody
points
gets
of
16
healing.
points of healing. Nice, dude. Nice. That was my next question. Actually, good deal.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Right?
What does that mean for me, Ronnie?
You
That
can't
means
go over
however much you took, you can't go over that.
So I can't go over my 50.
How much? Yeah, how much you took? 9 points of.
I took 11.
11.
From the max. So I took 11 away from the max when I was attacked.
So you cannot go over that.
Okay. Well, then I appreciate the help.
So what was your max? What is your actual max hit points?
69.
So you are at
I can
58.
only go at
You can only go up to
58.
58. That is your new maximum hit point.
Yeah.
Mulgar got that too?
Got what? Excuse me? I haven't taken any damage.
Okay, you didn't get bit. That's right, because you were a giant
So
spider.
I think it was Maul.
Maul, did you
Yes,
get
I
bitten? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I already had that taken off.
No, you're
in,
fine. No, you're good.
situation.
Yeah,
Didn't
just
need to be on.
remember that you have a new maximum hit point average. At least for now, or maybe permanent. You don't know that.
So should I? I'll ask later. I have a note about
You're
it.
fine.
You're good.
You're fine.
I was just trying to figure out if I need to fix my max in D&D Beyond or.
No.
Okay, perfect. We're good.
As you, sitting here listening to my dog snore. He's cute.
See,
You want-
I don't hear that. I typically hear him when he's slurping. water.
Slurping the water. Yeah. And if anybody knows me, that does wonders for my misophonia.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But he's
Same
adorable.
thing with people chewing.
What?
Same thing with people chewing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, there's also a difference. Like, I can tell some people may not be able to help it for certain situations, so that it still goes all through me, but I'm able to control that. But if people just don't care, then I'm like, you are horrible. Okay.
Gotcha. So we're going to Kresk.
Yeah. But
What do we see on the way?
also, friends and family, it still goes all through me, but I don't say anything to them because I don't care. You actually see,
But
okay,
you do.
what?
You do a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to say anything to anybody.
As we're excuse me, as we're walking now that we're on the way to Kresk,
Uh-huh.
can I actively be like on the look for our crow raven people friends?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Go ahead and make a perception check then.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself so y'all don't hear the.
You're fine. You don't have to
What?
mute yourself. She has a dice tower.
We don't- We can't listen to the click clack of the math rocks.
You're muted.
Oh,
12. Yeah,
12.
I was doing the math. If
you
you can, if you had to, I just don't want to blow out your ears / the people viewing.
you're
their
fine.
ears.
Well, hit me with it one time. That's not bad at all.
Okay.
That's not bad at all. Today's been it's been a rough past couple of days.
I feel that.
Your eye is on the sky, but you're not really being very vigilant.
Okay.
You'll look, but you don't really see anything, to be honest with you.
Okay.
You do hear the distant howls of wolves and the hoots of owls and things like that. It's just a normal day in Barovia. As you continue on, you make it probably another mile up the road. Once again, like I said, normal day in Barovia is pretty freaking creepy for everybody else. You're not used to this. Nobody is. And it weighs heavily on your minds as you all go on because there are things that have happened that have made you question your teammates. There are things that have happened that make you question your deities or lack thereof. And for some that are the more nature based, this place just sucks. As you continue on, you look around. And actually, let me do this. Each of you hear a snap of a twig coming from the left side, south side of the road, the one closest to the river. If it's somebody, they're not trying to be very. Good gracious, Logan. They're not trying to be very stealthy about it. And you look over and you do see 5 people, 3 men and 2 women that are dressed in tightly bound but colorful clothes. 2 of the men are carrying crossbows, heavier crossbows, not like huge crossbows, but regular crossbows. 1 woman is carrying a short bow, and the remaining 2 are carrying just a bandolier of daggers on each of them. They have pouches on their belts, and they stop and they look at you. And you hear one of the women step forward and say, "So brave of you outsiders to walk through the Slavic road, no matter what time of day it is. What brings you this way?"
We're on our way to Kresk.
Huh. Why?
We're on an adventure.
Adventure. And then as she laughs, the others just laugh and kind of shake their heads. And one, except for one, with one of the guys with the crossbow, he just kind of still has that stoic, mean look on his face. There are many things you could find in Kresk, but adventure might not be one of them.
The adventure's not the destination; it's the journey too.
Oh my god.
Are you? You're not all there, are you?
I'd like touch myself. Nope. I'm all here. Like the zombies and things didn't take anything from me.
So you've seen what this cursed land holds, yet you still dance about and use your words like a fool.
Yes, but not the part.
Oh, he's frozen.
Yeah, Dad, you froze.
Oh my goodness, you're yelling into the microphone.
Is it bad? All I want
He's
to
fine
do.
now.
Yeah, I know it froze. That's why I waited.
We're off to see the wizard. I'm not gonna say it, but that's the thing I'm thinking.
Listen, you misunderstand. You are a fool if you're here, on your way to a place like Kresk. We have lived
Well.
here all of our lives, and we don't want to be here. So,
Well, as you pointed out, we're outsiders. So we weren't born here. We have nothing better to do but head to Kresk right now.
you could search for a way out.
Yeah, probably. But it's so nice here. The weather's great. It's not hot. It's not super cold.
Your flippant attitude is going to get you killed. And don't get me wrong, as her party circles around her, not by us. I don't care what happens to you.
Sounds otherwise.
Right. Like, I'll point to the back. What she said.
Did
But
they say anything
I would not
about
be
the
doing my duty if I did. Do what, Mulgar?
Oh no, I just asked if they say anything about the giant spider because I'm still just chilling.
Yeah.
You know, as a giant spider.
Completely forgot you were a giant spider. I don't know why. This changes this a little bit. They are looking. Yeah, they are looking at you. So you are planning to take over Kresk then?
No, we're just here to visit.
Why do you have your pet behind you? And since you're not making any, I'm changing it a little bit, but since you're not making any aggressive behavior, aggressive movements towards them, they're not going to make aggressive movements towards you.
That's fair. Well, I figured because of the giant spider.
Well, no,
Let's not walk into this like
I mean the
everybody.
giant spider. Normally, seeing a giant spider behind you would probably call for a couple crossbow bolts, but
Well, going forward, I think I would be like, I guess, travel in the woods on the outskirts of
Okay.
the party for giant spiders.
so
That helps.
Stealth
Listen.
checks like a mofo.
also they know what druids are.
Don't mind my pet, Mr. Snuggums. It's fine. He's a good boy.
There's nothing here for any of you outsiders. There's nothing in that cursed town. There's nothing here but death.
Are you from Kresk?
No.
Where are you from? Because we've been
Here.
to Valaki, we've been through the town of Barovia.
I don't claim any town as my home.
Ah, are you Vistani?
You ask a lot
Like,
of
there's
questions.
interest in that.
You ask a lot of questions.
So do you.
Yes. This is my home.
The wood's right here.
All of it.
What about that big castle over there? Is that yours too?
And she just stares at you at this point.
Okay. So, my name's Enoch. Obviously, we're not from around here. We're trying to get to Kresk because the guy in that big castle back there is part of our adventure. And I'm not being sarcastic when I say it, like, energetic.
While he's saying that, after he says, "Hi, I'm Enoch," I just want to say, "Hi, Kaylin," and then
She turns
Just
around.
minor waves.
She turns around to her other 4 companions and starts speaking in a language you all don't you've never heard before. Actually, you've heard it before. You just don't understand it.
Where have we heard it?
You've heard it in the Vistani camps. And she turns back around and says, "Make your way to Kresk. But if you make it out, don't come complaining that I didn't warn you. Don't get me wrong. The mayor is not a bad man. But bad things happen there."
Yeah, you should hear what happened in Volaki. The mayor there lost his head.
And don't assume we don't know that.
I have a question, DM.
Yeah.
So since I wasn't here for the original Vistani camp, where I'm assuming you guys all checked each other's languages to see if you knew it, does any of my languages, Thieves' Cant, Orion?
Well, you haven't said anything in Thieves' Cant, but Vistani is nothing that you all would know.
Okay.
Coming from Faerun, that region, none of you all would know this.
Can I be from Cran? No, I'm kidding.
Can I be from Ravenloft? No.
Right.
Which I can't wait to get that book.
Holy crap, Nathan! I thought she was next to me. I saw Heather in the background in Nathan's room, and I'm like, she was
Nice.
quick. Since I know kind of where I recognize the language from, are you by any chance related to Madame Eva, and I say the Vistani leader outside of
Right. Gotcha.
Volaki?
Why can't I remember his name? It's in my notes. Let me look it up. Juan? Is that what you said?
Juan.
Nope,
Their name's
that's
always Juan.
not it. That is not it. So he's I keep saying stop, Ronnie.
I think we officially drove the DM insane. He's talking to himself now.
No, I keep saying
21 sessions.
I keep saying the wrong name in my head over and over and over. And it's making me not look at my notes well. Does that make
You
sense?
should look at your notes.
I'm looking at my notes right now, but it's Luvash.
Luvash, thank you.
I
That's a
keep
fun
wanting
name.
to say Luskin, but that's a town. Not
Luvash is
even
fun.
not even in this game. She Luskin is from where my character from my game is from. Well, my player game. This is my game too. She looks at you and goes, "So you have met Madame Eva, and you've met Luvash. You could say we are all related to Madame Eva. Vistani or not.
I
Madame
didn't
Eva,
mean by blood.
Madame
But if
Eva,
that's the case, cool.
Madame Eva has been here before you, before me, before anyone, really. that we know of. So, you having met Madame Eva, know your fortunes, know what you're looking for. Do you know who you're looking for?
We have the what. We have the where. We don't know who.
DM note, you know who.
There's no name to who has the item. I just know what item.
Oh,
we need.
no. You know who, the who in the list.
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay.
And I didn't name drop those two to like be all like, haha, we're better than you, but no, just show like we're friends.
Yeah.
We're not trespassing on purpose. We're not infringing in any way, shape, and form on purpose.
You have no idea what you're in for, but we'll pass word you are looking for her.
Thank you.
Now, try not to kill anyone else in this town that doesn't deserve it.
Not it.
Or even if they do, make sure that they have a sword on them as well.
I should have grabbed the rusty sword and axe. Thank you.
Here, hold this for a moment while we behead you.
Right.
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 With
Probable
that,
cause.
she just raises her hand and goes, psst, psst, and they kind of back off into the woods. And she goes, we have quarry to hunt.
Safe huntings.
And she turns around and leaves.
What was your name?
Fatina.
Okay.
Fatima. Ma.
Was that just you attempting to make sure that this wasn't Esmeralda?
No?
Is that who we're looking for?
Oh, was that him? Enoch?
Yeah.
You're looking for... You have to find
Esmeralda's,
Esmeralda.
The woman who the were-ravens are looking for.
I thought that was Jenny Greentooth.
No, she was just a random crazy person that you all could have bought stuff off of.
That we did buy stuff
That you
off
did
of.
buy stuff off of.
Okay. So,
All right, on your way to... For a random encounter, that was weird.
hunting party? Not really.
Y'all make your
You think
way down the old Slavic road. It cuts around a bend, and it goes a little bit south. And then, as you all are making your way kind of northwest, back up the road, one section of the road juts off suddenly, going straight north. And there you see a sign on the road that points forward. It just says Old Slavic Road. And then the one that points right, points north, says Krezk. 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 As the road branches north, it climbs a rocky encampment. And it ends at a gatehouse you can see built into a 20-foot high wall of stone. And is reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. Now, the wall encloses what you can tell is a settlement on the side of a snow-dusted mountain spur. And as you get closer, you notice that there are mountains behind this town, this village. That kind of spike up a little ways and lead out round behind Lake Baratok. It's the same mountain range that you think that you saw, you're pretty sure you know it's the same one behind Lake Baratok.
Wait, the same one that the Castle von Strahd is on?
Nope, that's another set.
Okay.
Yeah. Beyond the wall, you see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin wisps of white smoke. And the somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The wind is colder here, and the closer you get to Kresk, the chillier it becomes. Each of you all pull your cloaks a little tighter and start putting on a heavier, like, extra jacket that you're carrying. The spider, however, is cold because it's a spider and it's winter. Winter kind of weather.
No, I mean,
Where's the pyro when we need him?
if we're like gonna enter this place, then I'll change back.
Okay. Now the steady chime seems to be inviting, and it's like a welcome change from the deadly silence and the oppressive fog and mist to which you've grown accustomed to. Now it's hard to tell from this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that lead up from the walled settlement up to, and you finally see it, a large stone abbey that is on the side of the hill, or side of the mountain. You continue up the road a little ways. You continue north a little ways. And as I said, the air grows colder as you approach the walled settlement. Now, 2 square towers with peaked roofs flank a stone archway into which is set a pair of 12-foot tall, iron-bound wooden doors. Carved into the arch above the doors is the name Kresk. The walls extend from the gatehouse. Are 20 feet high, and at the top of the parapet, you see 4 figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears, and they're watching you nervously. And as you grow closer and closer, they finally say, "It's close enough. What brings you here?" One of the 4 figures state, one of the 4 guards.
We're here from Valaki.
Why is that our problem?
It's not. We just wanted to see your town. And I'll look back to the party. Listen, guys, I don't know what else to tell them. What do you want to tell them?
They're very confused at this point because you just said you wanted to see their town.
Yeah. We've never been.
Yeah, we're adventurers.
We like exploring new things.
What's the time of day right now?
It's probably around 3 o'clock. You want to come? You want to see our? Wait here, and one of the guards turns around and walks off.
As this opens the door, I'm a genius.
And he goes and he waits. You're standing there as these guards are just staring at you. These 3 guards.
I'll wave.
And one of them waves back and just stop. Just watch them. And about that time, you hear the windows on the gatehouse open, and there are bars that look, oddly enough, Enoch, you would recognize them as arrow slits. And you can see a face inside a young human male, and on the other side, a young human female stationed with short bows. Not drawn, but staring at you guys, all of you. Looking back and forth down the wall. If anybody wants to look at the wall and everything, whoever's like interested in this wall, go ahead and give me a perception check. And if you did, just raise your hand. Okay, Kaylin, what'd you get?
Hold on, it's rolling. 15.
All right, Alantil, what'd you get?
10.
Maul, what'd you get?
I got a 15 as well.
All right, the two 15s. The 10 can all three of you can tell this is a well built wall. Built wall. Wow, a lot of words there. None of them English.
Today, Junior.
Yeah. This is a well built wall. But the 15s would notice that about every it's probably a good 300 feet that you can tell on either side. There's one lone guard. And then it kind of continues around. You don't, the most guards you've seen have been standing over the doorway. So one might think that you all would put together that there might not be enough people to really guard this wall well, because it is a well built wall. It is like this is something you would see like back in Faerun.
Wall from Game of Thrones.
No, that's a crazy wall.
It's a structurally unsound wall, is what that is.
What, the ice wall?
It wasn't until dragons showed up.
It was fine. Yeah, it was fun until they started breathing fire on it.
So, is he just looking at us, or like?
They're just staring at you right now.
I want to ask them what some good food is in their town.
And they look at you and say, one of them goes, "Stew? Dimitri, shut up. Wait." It's the same one that waved back.
At least he knows we mean no harm.
Oh, he's not. One might
idiot.
think Dimitri's not very smart.
I like thinking he knows we mean no harm.
You can think it.
Just wondering, Kenny.
Question, DM.
Yeah.
Is there any like remnants of a battle recently?
Make another perception check.
I'm gonna help him with that.
Go for it. Well, would you? Would you know what he's looking for? Is what I'm saying without him saying so.
No, but I'm also gonna look around and see.
Yeah, go ahead. If we'll just say for roleplay purposes that you all talked it out, and so go ahead and help him with it so he can roll with advantage.
Okay. Ooh, that was an 18, a natural 18 plus 6, and that was a 4 plus 6. So 18 plus 6 is
24. Okay. No.
No battle recently?
No battle recently, but you could tell, just like any place else, there's claw marks on the outside, things like that. But you've grown accustomed to that in Barovia.
In the short time we've been here.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell them, I don't think there hasn't been a battle here recently.
After
just,
what seems like forever, a man shows up. The guard shows up with a man. And he looks at you, and he is probably. Let's see, what does he look like? Very well built man, older, probably in his late 50s, early 60s. Graying on the sides, like when I say gray, like gray on the sides. Still a little bit of salt and pepper up top. Dressed very well. He looks like a lord. Yes.
how's the condition of his clothes compared to the soldiers' clothes?
They're all clean.
Like,
I mean, like,
okay,
yeah, the soldiers are just wearing like tunics, like regular city guard stuff, but with fur hats and a little heavier. So
But
they've got furs
they
on.
look well kept.
Yeah,
is what I'm-
like they take
Okay.
pride in who they are. Or they take pride in what they do.
Okay.
And he stops and looks at you as, my name is Burgomaster Dmitry Kreskov. This is my town. My ancestors built Kresk. And now it is under my protection. I've seen
Wow.
adventurers come and go. And be you allies or enemies of the demon Strahd, your presence spells trouble for Kresk.
So no matter what our presence spells, like player to DM,
Yeah,
no matter what our presence spells trouble for them.
yeah. And he looks
Okay.
and he says, I'm not prepared to shelter Strahd's enemies any more than I am willing to humor Strahd's allies.
Understandable. We just kind of need something from your town. We're willing to help out with whatever problems you have in that process. We like to help sometimes. Thanks, Peanut Gallery. Are you okay? Are you dying? Do I need to call 911? Ah, don't hurt me.
Don't worry, she'll only abuse him off stream.
Call for help.
He looks at you and says, we are really not in need of anything at this point. Had you been days earlier, a day earlier, you could have fetched a wagon load of wine from the Wizard of Wines for us. But the delivery has already made it here.
That is unfortunate. Guys, help me out. I don't know what to say. Like, obviously says that to you guys too, by the way. There's no subtlety.
Elendil steps forward at this point and says,
Here's our fearless leader.
Look, I understand that you're weary of outsiders. And I can't say that it would be in your best interest to let us stay in your city.
You're really selling me on this, aren't you?
But your city has something that we need.
Oh,
And
really?
In the long run, it will benefit everyone. Not just me, not just my party, not just you.
Yes.
All of the free peoples of Barovia. And without your help, you're doomed to another eternity of the same stressful living and constant fear that you live in now. I'm not gonna give you a sugar-coated BS story when it's not true. Whether you believe me or not is up to you. But when history looks back on your decision, you have the chance to help save Barovia. Or
History is something I'm very, very, very accustomed to. When I say that my family built this town, my family built this village at the foot of this mountain for protection. And we sit in the shadow of an abbey of a forgotten god. They built it. My my family built this town, this village. I keep saying town. After Strahd's armies conquered the valley. So don't tell me about stressful living. Now, I place the safety of my village above the welfare of strangers. But my oath of office and my honor as a Barovian noble, I'm required to show you hospitality. And he starts looking and like he's contemplating. And he says, I will give you the night. Come in, rest, eat. Take care of your business. And then be gone in the morning.
And I nod
Wait.
my head. Oh,
Be gone by the night.
I thought. Okay, I'm confused.
Like
Be gone by
tonight?
tomorrow night.
Jacob is, okay. I was gonna say Jacob is confused now. And I nod my head and I thank him for his gracious hospitality, and I ask him how we can get to the Abbey. Is it clearly marked? I mean, that's my question.
No, you wouldn't know how to get there.
Okay.
He looks at you and says, why do you want to go to the alley? Abbey. The alley? The alley. The Abbey.
I look at him and I tell him that our business here, I believe, is actually business in that with something that may have been long forgotten in the Abbey, that may help us free this land of Strahd and his minions. And I'm sure you've heard promises like this before from
Many.
a dozen adventurers before us. But call me optimistic, call me a stupid outsider, but I think we might just stand a fighting chance.
There's nothing in the Abbey but misery. Open the gates. And he turns around and walks away. And the gates start to slowly, you hear all these, like, it's almost comical how many locks that you hear start, the chains and locks, and they lift you could hear them, like, lifting a large beam off the door to open it. The large wooden doors open up, and there stands Dimitri. And he almost like he ran down just to make this dramatic entrance.
How gallant.
Yeah. And he looks at you all, and he stands there. He's probably a good 6 feet tall. I mean, he looks like a nobleman. And he says, because of your honesty and because of your diplomacy, I will offer you the rest and the food. You may search through the shrine and the pool to the north. But I will warn you away from the Abbey. No one goes to the Abbey. As I said, it is a monument to a forgotten God. And a God that has forgotten us. When the doors open, what you notice, what you see, is beyond that wall is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretch between strands of snow-dusted pine trees. And there's so many trees behind this wall, in fact, that it could constitute as a forest. Now, to the northeast, gray cliffs rise sharply, and you do see a road that is winding up to the abbey. It's really easy to see from this vantage as you're standing in the doorway. So there is a road that leads to the abbey.
Okay. And what time of day is it now?
You're probably pushing about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, around that time.
So we have
getting a little dark.
Less than a day and a half.
Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
The villagers that you see right now, they operate. You see them like carrying baskets of vegetables and bundles of cut wood, and there are in a couple of the houses that you see off to your right, the cottages. There are chickens and pigs in the yards, so it's almost like they raise these things. And he looks at you. Dimitri looks at you and says, "We take care of ourselves here in Kresk. There's no money. There's no export or businesses that make money. We trade with each other. We take care of one another. So basically, they work as a commune.
Okay.
They share their food, and they share their animals. There's a few villagers here that have cows and mules, but there are no. He tells you there are no horses here in this village, none. If you live here, you live here. There are no inns or taverns. Doesn't mean there isn't wine, but there are no inns and taverns. And he looks at you and says, if you are willing to chop wood, milk cows, or perform other chores, you can spend the night in my cottage. And he points to the very first cottage that's the closest to the gate. And it is the biggest building that you've seen, but it's still a very humble building.
Mm-hmm.
So he does get the
Biggest
bigger
building we've seen in Barovia, period, or just in Kresk?
The biggest in Kresk. I mean, when you literally, as you walk through the gate, immediately to your right, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cottages in a row, and then just trees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so his is closest to the wall, with a couple of just a strand of trees between the wall and his cottage. It is the biggest one in this row that you've seen,
Mm-hmm.
but that's because he's the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk a little ways up the road, you can say there's it goes to almost like a common area. A road leads left, and then another road leads left, and another one leads around, and that one that leads around right leads to the road that is a switchback up the mountain to the abbey.
Mm-hmm.
There are, like I said, they're humble cottages, but they're nice. They're well kept. It doesn't seem like inside the wall you see any claw marks or anything like that on the doors of the cottages or anything. They're lightly, all the trees are lightly dusted with snow. It is, you can pull you all will be fine with what you've got on, but it is a little chilly. It is a little cold. It's actually a lovely town.
Mm-hmm.
This village would probably be one of the better places to stay back in Faerun, if it were in Faerun.
Now, my question is, because Jacob is not super familiar with Ellen Teal's hometown.
Oh, it's crap. I'm kidding.
As far as living conditions go, with the working together in order to survive, how similar is this to home for her?
Pretty similar, but less rough.
Mm-hmm.
Like 10 Towns is rough. Some of 10 Towns where we have Courtney.
We haven't officially established where.
You never really told me what town that in 10 Towns that you wanted to be from, or where you're from, I should say. But there are different, like Bryn Shander, Bryn Shander. That is, it has about 60 score people packed together like fish in a barrel, and smelling about as sweet. Roads are paved with the muck of the cart horses, and you're constantly rubbing shoulders with. You're constantly rubbing shoulders with, and the ale houses are filled with scoundrels that no other city in Faerun would have. And after 3 weeks on 10 Trail, you'll swear there was no lovelier sight. Basically, it's just like this is your Mos Eisley. And then you've got nicer, towns. But so it's kind of like depending on where you want to go, what you're looking at. But this is not as cold as 10 Towns because you're beyond the spine of the world up there.
Yeah.
So you're not. It puts you in a little mind of home. Yeah.
And so my next question for you, and it can be for Dimitri if it's not obvious. And I've already forgotten the guy's name. His ancestors built the village, all of that.
Dimitri.
That was Dimitri?
That is
Yeah.
Dimitri, yes.
Okay, so Dimitri was not the guy waving and smiling like.
Oh no, he's back up on the wall. You don't even know, like Dimitri Kreskov is the mayor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The guy that was like waving at you like an idiot, he's being an idiot up on the wall.
Okay. Now, I guess my question is it? He mentioned a shrine and a pool.
Yeah.
Are those clearly visible from here?
Not from here.
Okay. Is he about to show us where those are?
I mean, he'll tell you where they are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my next question.
Okay. So he says the
Because-
shrine and the pool, if you look at them, they are completely north from here. So if you take the next left, not the immediate left, you can get there from here too. You just follow that road completely around and you'll find the shrine and the pool there.
Okay. And before we head that way, I want to ask a little bit about the old god that the abbey was dedicated to, because I mean, all we know is that we are looking for the holy symbol of Ravenkind, and I don't know. I feel like it might be. Are there bird gods? Like I don't know.
Not that you know of.
Okay.
So you want to ask him about?
Like I'm just trying to get some information about the shrine, the abbey, who they're dedicated to, all of that.
Oh, the shrine and the abbey are for the Morning Lord.
Okay.
It's the same one that's being worshipped. That the Church of the Morning Lord in Barovia. Everything. It's just that if you ask him, he basically says the Morning Lord has forgotten us. He doesn't exist here. Strahd did away with him. Just as he did away with us. Or wants to do away with us. But if you are curious about the Morning Lord, the shrine is to the north, as I said.
Okay. And I thank him for his kindness, and I say that
It is
we'll return.
it is
before
late
nightfall to
for
do some chores.
it is late for chores. Tomorrow morning before the sun comes up, as the sun comes up, And he looks at Enoch and he say, "You chop wood." He looks at Ellentil and says, "You milk cows." He looks at Kalen and says, "You gather eggs." He looks at Maul and says, "You bird person."
Mm.
He lays eggs.
I do. Like, he's clearly saying that as a question. I do?
No, you bird person. You. No, he didn't
Yes.
give Maul the eggs. Feed the pigs.
I'm
Then
not
you-
that nutritious.
Really? You, large one. Help gather vegetables. They'll show you what to do. You've missed dinner. Or you missed lunch, actually, so dinner is at 6. Promptly. We'll ring the bell. Join us if you wish. If you miss here, out of luck. And he turns around and heads back to his cottage. And before he stops, he turns around and says, "The guards are watching. If you're not who you say you are, you will be pinned to the ground with spears. And then you will feed our pigs. And you will be nutritious for them." And he turns around and walks back off.
Thanks for your hospitality.
So, how much time? I think you said earlier it was around 3 when we got here, and we're trying.
It was around 4. So you have about 2 hours, an hour and a half before dinner.
Okay,
Which you don't have to
so-
go to, by the way. He's just inviting you he's inviting you for hospitality's sake.
Okay.
You have rations, you have things that you can eat. So if you'd rather put your time towards discovery, then yes.
We need to make as much time as we can. I say we discover the smaller things first and our main objective first. That way we can all take a long rest before we go into something that could potentially not make us alive anymore.
I would stick with just the shrine and the pool for now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are y'all all of you making your way to the shrine and the pool?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Even under the gray skies, you make your way through the town, and you notice that there are lovely cottages all around. I mean, wisps of smoke coming from them, people gathering to and fro. Some of them give you friendly but wary smiles. Some of them have that dull, sunken look in their eyes, like the others that you've seen before in Barovia and Valaki. As you make your way through town, you notice that there is a road that leads north. You keep following this road past people's cottages, and like I said, there are no shops in this town. There are no taverns. There are no inns. Just people living, doing working their gardens. Some of them are tending to the trees, pruning. Some of them cutting down several trees for wood. If you follow the road, you stop and you can actually, still under the gray skies, the pool at the north end of the village shimmers and sparkles. Near its shore sits an old gazebo on the verge of collapse. A wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man, its paint chipped and faded, stands in the gazebo with arms outstretched as though wanting to be embraced.
That's at the opposite end of the pool?
No,
from where we are?
that's right next to the pool. You all have made your way to the pool. Yes.
I'm going to go give the statue a hug.
You actually walk up and you hug the statue, and it crushes you. No, there's no reaction. It's just a wooden statue.
Okay. And the gazebo didn't attack me, so we're good on that joke.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. There's no. It's not a mimic.
Right.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the Morning Lord symbol that I have on my staff in the meantime.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
Well, I was gonna go run and give the bear a hug too, but I'm glad Enoch did it before I did because
Group hug! Come on, guys! Come on!
I'll hug it. Everyone get it. Hug.
It does nothing, but as soon as an extra few people step onto the gazebo, you do hear a slight moan and a crack.
Oh, okay. Oh,
it's
walking away now.
It's an old gazebo that's on the verge of falling.
Okay, so we each go give it a hug if we want to, and then we go on.
Do we know what this thing looks like?
Nope.
Are there any notes of it in Strahd's tome?
I can pull it out and start flipping through for any reference to it.
Yeah. It takes you a few minutes, but you can find it as soon as I do.
Like, we're just kind of putzing around, walking around.
Yeah.
Can I do a perception check again for like our Raven friend people?
Sure.
Because
I'm
I
gonna-
knew they were headed this way, but
I'm going to dip my finger in the water.
ignore that. It's an 8.
Okay. No, I can't ignore it.
We heard the noise.
It's just not a very good perception check. I must just be tired.
Oh, the water is like it's cool. It's nice. It's not cold. But man, I mean this is nice. Give me 1 second. My internet is stalling out on me here.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Know how that goes?
Question. As a cleric, I can prepare different spells each and every day, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So when we take a long rest, I can change my spells. Okay, cool.
Ugh, changing spells each day. I can do that too.
You say you can do that. I mean, why are you hating?
I'm not hating because I just never change my spells.
Aha! It's not my internet, but it is D&D Beyond.
It is my internet.
Oh yeah, D&D Beyond's being a bit.
Yep.
Did it come up with the no, what is it?
Really?
Like the character's name. The giant eyeball floating guy.
Xanathar?
The Beholder?
Yeah, did it pop up with the beholder that said, "Uh-oh, something's wrong"? Because mine's done that several times.
While we pass time in the game, can Mulgar take off any extra clothing he has and go for a swim?
Yeah, if you want.
Toads want to do that. I mean, we're just hanging around this area.
Sparkly, cool, nice. I mean, it's cold. You're gonna get cold because
That's fine.
you're swimming around and it's winter.
That's fine. I'll do it.
Okay. Yes, you basically find the holy. You find that the holy symbol of Ravenkind. Holy symbol of Ravenkind. Yeah. Looks like Well, I've
Can
got
you
my light on.
possibly-
Huh?
Could you possibly send it like through Discord or
Yeah,
something?
I was gonna make sure. I just, there's a lot going on here. Logan, stop, buddy.
We don't want to make sure our viewers see it as well, though.
Yeah.
Well, I've got
I
a
just-
I've got a light on that, and then a light on my because it lights up my face. So there. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
We could
yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Does that look like the same sun symbol that we saw roughly painted on the
No.
stone slab back in the church
No,
in Barovia?
no.
Okay.
Stop. Stop, I said.
Now I wish there was a way we can show the stream what it looks like.
There is. I need to work on that, but oh well.
So,
All right, you all have to tell me what you're doing now.
I'm gonna look
I'm
around
looking
here
through
for
the
that symbol.
Strahd.
All right, so make a perception check or investigation check,
Okey-doke.
actually. What'd you
Can
say,
I help?
Jacob?
I'm flipping through the Tome of Strahd.
To
Unless I missed you telling me that I didn't find anything in it.
you found what it looked like. You found it. You need it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll start.
Sorry.
No, you're good. The statue's part of the shrine, correct?
It's sitting on the statue. Yeah, that is the shrine. The gazebo is a gazebo.
Okay.
It's a gazebo, Jacob.
I want to look at like around the neck of the statue, like where a holy symbol, if it was being worn like an amulet, might hang.
Okay. Make an investigation check. Enoch, what'd you get? 6. It's pretty around
15.
here. It sure is.
15.
15. It doesn't look like it's worn anything, but the statue itself is pretty worn down. Also, the more you stand in the gazebo, that you notice that like a good stiff breeze could knock this thing completely over. Kaylin, what were you wanting to say?
So I was thinking of searching for the amulet, but as I'm searching, I want to see, is there any like footprints or anything that shows maybe anyone's been here in a while?
Lord,
or are we the first
make a
people?
survival check.
19.
There are a lot of footprints around. Some noticeable. Whether they're fresh or not, that's a good question. But they all lead down the road, except for some. Some lead off into the tree line at the base of the hill.
Okay.
You notice that one of them is a footstep and the other one is a drag mark. Like somebody's dragging their foot behind them. You also
Like
notice
they're-
that one is a hoof print and the other is a claw print. Like something with a hoof and a claw is walking.
Manticore, possibly.
Too small. But you don't know this because you're not the one
Right.
checking.
It's a werecow.
So when I'm looking, like the hoof print, does it look like a horse's hoof print? I know they say that there's no horses here, but is that kind of what it
No, it's a
looks
cloven
like?
hoof.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna point this out to Mulgar. But I want to kind of start looking around the ground for anything like shiny, because I would hope that the amulet would be shiny.
I'm gonna make you do an investigation check as well. Mulgar's out in the middle swimming.
Well, I'll call
Well,
him.
I mean, yeah, I'll come over if she calls me. We're like, give her another like, hey.
You said investigation?
Yes.
13.
You don't notice anything shiny on the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna. So you said that we noticed that a big creaking sound was happening as we were walking into the.
Yes, because it is a very weak gazebo.
Okay, so is it like a hollow? Can I like tap
It
the
is old.
ground lightly? Okay, so it's just old, not hollow.
You want to
Like,
tap on the ground?
Yeah, to see like if it's hollow.
I mean, it's not hollow, but you can. There's definitely room underneath it because it's built up. Like there's a step up into it. It's a gazebo. It's a gazebo. So if you're looking at something could be placed under it, yes, but that's because it was built like that. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say it's because it was built like that. I'm saying, yes, it is built like a building that you could place stuff underneath. Absolutely.
Okay. Alright. That's all I wanted to know. Does the statue look like it? Does it move? Like,
It
if
is
there's any like
solid
skid mark
wood.
on the ground?
No, there's no skid marks. Or well, I would, yeah, their investigation checks around it would have led to that. So
Okay.
you have not been told about any kind of skid marks or anything like that. So I mean, looking at that, you wouldn't find any.
Okay.
But you do, while you all are looking around, you do hear a voice go, I know what you're looking for. We all do.
Hello.
And behind you is your friend who can turn into birdies.
Hello, other bird people that aren't bird people, but
We are were ravens.
birds.
You are a bird.
Is it the same? Is it like the same woman that I saw that?
Yes.
night?
Yeah, it is her. She looks at each of you and says, the holy symbol that you are searching for should be underneath the gazebo. But I warn you, you would have to tear down the gazebo to retrieve it. And that will not set well with this town. So if you do so quickly, and then build it back, or repair it.
It's a lot of med skills.
Okay, so
Just a few minutes. I could do that.
okay, quick question.
Yes.
Inside the gazebo, the floor of it,
Yes.
is it like floorboards in a house where we could potentially pop a couple of them and then put it back into place?
No. If you pull anything off this gazebo, it's coming down.
Okay.
This thing is old.
Mulgar.
There's no floorboards. It's pretty. I mean, like it's.
Yeah.
Imagine what a tavern, the floor of a tavern would look like.
Mm-hmm.
So that is floorboards, but they're wide, they're big, they're
They're not easy to.
They're not going to be
separate.
easy just to pull up a couple. Yeah.
Okay. Mulgar, by any chance, do you have gust of wind?
I did not have gust of wind.
Okay, here's the silly question. Is there places that you could, like, underneath, like, openings to go underneath?
You did not find any. It's okay. So basically, the build of this gazebo is solid all the way around.
Okay.
A large board floor with lattice work around it.
Okay.
It is a square and a canopy over it, a wooden canopy over it. So in the middle of this is this naked statue.
Okay.
Then I have a proposal. They had to have had some way to get under this place. And what I think they did is
Or they-
there's a good.
Dug a hole, buried it, and then built a gazebo.
That's possible, but I don't.
You made him rethink his whole world right there. Like every life choice he ever made was just questioned right there.
Sorry.
But what I'm suggesting is there's a lake nearby here. It's very possible that they have a hole inside of the lake that leads into the inside of the gazebo. So
Go ahead.
if someone could like take a swim down there for a little while, see if they can, how about the person who can shapeshift into like a fish or something, and just look for like a hole in the lake.
Why don't we just tear the gazebo down? Give him some time. Mogar could fix it, depending on how bad we destroy it.
My question
Enoch,
was
hold on. Enoch, he's raised his hand 3 times now.
Yeah, Mulgar, you could shapeshift into like a mole or something and dig underneath it,
I was gonna suggest like a badger.
or a dog, and just underneath. And then, like when we catch you, bad dog. And then you run off, and then boop, Mulgar comes back from another direction.
That sounds like a good plan. I should do
So,
that.
all of our plans involve Mulgar shapeshifting. That's
Yes.
where all of our minds go. Okay.
I mean, he's a freaking
Well,
druid.
for
He
those
should
of you
wild
guys
shape.
know, I love being an animal, so I'm gonna wild shape into a badger. Let's do that.
Watch, I swear, if there's an underground area with like a water exit, knew it.
All right, I'm gonna start digging around the gazebo, see if I can find anything suspicious.
Thus, do.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I will say this. A badger is not a burrowing animal. It digs holes, but it doesn't burrow.
What about a groundhog?
That would be more like it.
Become a groundhog.
So if you want to redo that, you may.
Yeah, we can definitely groundhog it up. Sorry, I opened a tab on accident and I lost you guys for a second.
Yeah, so make sure I'm right.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's a local
vertebrate
druid.
burrowers. Gophers, gerbil, a great gerbil, a groundhog, platypus, pygmy rabbits, armadillos, rats, weasels, rabbits, meerkats.
Oh, that's adorable.
Don't
Oh,
turn
no,
into a meerkat.
okay. I will settle on the most disgusting rat. That's what I want to be.
Okay. Having seen a rat before, you can do that. So I'll even say that you could turn into a giant. Well, can you turn into it? Yeah, you can turn into a giant rat because the CR is low enough.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna keep watch for anyone approaching while he's doing this.
Okay. Yeah, the CR on a giant rat is an 8th. It's 1/8.
Yeah, I can do up to 2. So
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say yeah. I thought there were at least a half or a 1. Nope. course,
Ooh,
they
so
only
I'm
have
gonna do that.
they only have 7 hit points, like a certain noble that was beheaded.
Oh, by the way, Ellenteal, don't kill this. Don't kill this.
So
I'm the one who talked us into the city.
it's true. It's very true.
Don't kill this one.
Go ahead and roll. I'm going to say on this one for burrowing. I don't know. Roll a dexterity check at advantage because I like where you're going with it.
Oh, thank God.
Assuming a rat's not very dexterous.
This is just going to see how long you do. You're going to do it. This is just seeing how long you take to
I
do
rolled
it.
a 6.
You take your sweet butt time at this.
I'm
So
having a blast.
it's going to take you probably at least an hour to 2 hours to dig away underneath there. And that's, I mean, it's going to take probably a little longer than that. We'll say, okay, hold on. Let me see this.
Every time I dig, I come back up. I just shake my head no, go back.
It's going to take about an hour and a half. I just rolled for it. So during this time, you all are standing guard. Nobody really comes out here. And as it gets darker, you don't see anybody come out here, I should say. Nobody really is coming this way. As it gets darker and later, you see lights slowly going out one by one in cottages. Slowly. Like one went out. They're not all going out at once. Some of them just go to bed earlier than others, probably. But you dig and you dig and you dig, and finally you hit. Hold on a second. Hold on to that question. You hit stone. And when you do, it is worked stone, smooth. So when you're scratching at it, you can tell that there is something in here that has been buried here. There are no large secret chambers leading to the water. Sorry. But there is, this is a box that has, or a large stone, something that has been built here. Or not built here, but buried here.
Did you say it was still there?
Yes, you found a large stone box that has been buried there. Otherwise, you would have found nothing. If it wasn't there, it wouldn't be there.
You cut out when you said,
"Oh,
if I found something," so I just assumed.
Yes, you found a large worked stone box.
I pull it out and just
It takes you a long time to pull this out because as a rat, your strength is -2. I'm just going to say that you're not going to be able to do this as a large rat.
Even as a really?
Yeah, as a giant rat, your strength is 7.
All right, was it really deep? Could
It's a large stone box.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just come back out and tell the party what I found.
All right, Mal, you had a question.
Oh, I was I'm gonna peek my head in the water. Maul's convinced that there's a tunnel on the inside, especially after everyone ignored him, and he's just gonna peek his head into the water.
So
Just,
Maul
look
finds out
around.
that this isn't like a swimming pool.
Okay.
This is like a lake. So when he peeks his head in the water, he just runs his head against the bottom of the lake until he's like, oh, yeah, that. Okay, yeah. I get it now. Yes,
Okay.
Alantil.
So my question is observationally, how deep has this hole gone? And how wide is it?
I mean, it's a giant rat. Now you say a giant rat. A giant rat isn't man sized. A giant rat is like this big.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably burrowing a hole about this big
That big.
around.
Mm-hmm.
And from what you can tell, and then when Mulgar pops back out, it probably goes a good 5 to 6 feet in before it hits the stone. So it looks to be about the center of this. Well, not 5 to 6, about 3 to 4 feet in. It looks like it's in the center of this gazebo, underneath this statue.
Okay. I have an idea. Or before I do this, when I used my summon phase spell, and understandably, I know you're going to remind me that I made him commit, that I killed him immediately.
Yes. Ow.
Would he say, I don't know, fit in that hole?
No. Maybe. I don't know. You tell me what your fey is.
I don't know what all the options are.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest.
So a fey creature you have the options of, I mean, you've got like red I mean, like your fey creatures are Eladrin, redcaps, pixies, dryads, quicklings, boggles, meanlocks, satyrs, blink dogs, boggles, darklings, dryads,
Okay.
green
Say an
hags.
Arctic fox fit in that hole.
A fox could fit in that hole.
Okay. Could I have spent an hour and 10 minutes of the hour and a half he spent digging summoning Aurora?
I'll let you go ahead. And we'll I want you to. No, it's going to take you summoning a fey at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna try to summon a fey reasonable size enough to fit in the hole and do its thing.
You summoning a fey is somatic for you? Is that a spell or is it
Verbal,
a
semantic, and material?
and it's a spell that you took, correct?
Yes.
So you get the material ready and you perform the spell and you go through the proper motions and nothing happens.
Okay.
Mulgar's
Enoch. Sorry, Mulgar.
Quick, when you ritually cast something, how long does that take normally?
10 minutes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Mulgar.
Oh, I was just gonna throw another suggestion out there. I don't know why I didn't think about this first, but instead of
Sweet.
even though it's too late, I do have a spell. I can conjure animals, and I can just conjure a whole bunch of rats, like giant rats, and make the hole pretty big. I can just ask them to dig it bigger, right?
I like that. So yeah, I'll let you do that.
All right, I'm gonna do that. What was the challenge rating?
An 8.
Oh yeah, so I can summon 8 of them, and I'm gonna ask them very politely, can they make the hole big enough to help pull the?
And I'm going to say yes because I like where your mind's at on that. I liked where Jacob's mind is at as well.
I
But
just pissed off the fae.
you think. But something doesn't feel right about your spell either.
So actually, I wanted to ask this.
Hold on.
When
Let's
I-
resolve that in a second because she's had her hand up for like ever right now. Kaylin.
It wasn't that long, but
Oh, it
is
seemed
there
like
a
it.
way that I know? Is there a way we can give the swarm of giant rats like a rope or something that we could
Um,
help, like,
no,
drag
I'm
the
going to say
box
that they
out
make it
with?
wide enough for Mulgar to get in, like to belly crawl in there, so he can pull that out of there. Mulgar's strong enough to pull it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it takes him a little while to pull it out, but they make it long enough. They make it wide enough to where Mulgar can to go underneath, and you can hear as you're underneath there, Mulgar. You can hear this gazebo groaning and creaking because you have taken away some of its foundation, but
I
it's
guess
holding,
floor too.
barely holding. So you can pull it out and. Real quick, before you throw the stone box on the ground or drag it out on the ground, Elentil, what were you saying?
Back in the village,
Uh-huh.
back in Velaki, sorry.
Sure.
I tried to cast Summon Fae, and you said, like, I heard, like, laughter.
Oh, yeah, you heard laughter
Or, like,
because
scoffing.
they were like, no.
This was different, correct?
This was much different.
Okay.
I also
have
have
an
just a
idea
quick
that
question.
Okay, go ahead,
Since
Mulgar.
my animals that I conjured are fey, does this kind of like pour salt in the wound for Ellen too?
It is. It would probably would if you told her.
Oh no, I wouldn't.
Okay. I didn't think you would. I didn't think that was in his character, in your character's
Would I
character.
know?
No.
Would I know if they're fey?
No.
Okay.
I mean, he summoned them, so he would know what they are.
Okay.
Yeah. So unless you were like studying them or specifically asked him, you wouldn't know. All right. So Mulgar pulls this box out and he heaves it out and sets it on the ground. On top of this box, you see a replica made out of stone of the very amulet that you've been looking for. And you see this box is not hinged or anything, but it's almost like a crypt. It has a lid that you can pull and slide off.
I'll do it.
I'll make a strength
If
check.
anyone else.
No, you
I'll
don't.
say
Have
I'll
to,
assist.
you don't have to make a strength check. Both of y'all get in here, and you're able to slide this cover off. After pulling on it a little bit, you finally you almost hear a click, and then it goes stone against stone, and you slide it off,
Crap, we forgot to check it for traps.
and flesh-eating acid kills all of you. End of campaign.
Damn.
No,
Fine.
So
inside this box is a beautiful red velvet lining, almost like making a cushion. And in the center of this beautiful red velvet cushioned lining is an indention where a symbol should be. But instead, there is a piece of parchment that just says, "What you seek is in the Abbey."
God,
We gotta go
And
to
that's
Abby.
where we're going to end tonight's session.
knew you were gonna do that.
yes, I owe you.
All right, real quick before we leave, thank you all for watching. If you're watching, Victor, thank you. Remember, we're doing a giveaway. I'm trying to get this channel to 200 followers, and if we hit 200 followers, we'll do a giveaway. Also, if we hit 15 subs, I will do a giveaway.
Where are we at?
12 subs and 140 followers. I think. I don't know.
Right.
Sure. I'm pulling those out of my butt. I will check right now, though. Don't know why I said it like that.
You know what sucks?
What?
Vacuum cleaners.
Says we're at 139 followers, but I gained a follower the other day playing video games, and we might have lost another one. So that person can suck it.
Well,
I have a follower
that's not
list.
very nice of you.
I don't care.
Yeah, they're not listening.
Right.
Okay, so
Just
I
know
did
if you
not
stop
take that
following me,
many
I'll
notes.
crap talk you.
I didn't take that many notes today, but what I did just type in is bunch of stuff in Kresk. Elenteel talked her way into the city, and we almost found the holy symbol under the gazebo. But Ronnie was mean and said psych.
No, that's not how that goes.
Ronnie specifically was mean.
You guys are
It's all
jerks, and I
Ronnie's
don't like
fault.
you.
So this is episode 21, the red herring.
It's not a red herring.
Elendil, don't kill the old guy this time.
Okay, we gotta move past that. It's done.
that.
All right.
Never gonna let them live that down.
So in March we had 11, and
Uh-huh.
in April we have 6.
What? Is that like new subscriptions?
Yeah,
No,
I don't
think, it should be total. It
Oh,
may mean that people didn't renew
subscriptions-
their
yeah. Some people didn't renew, and if you don't renew, I'm going to talk crap about you too. No, I'm kidding.
No,
Yeah.
he's not.
Oh wait, I see somebody that didn't renew right there. He was covering his face. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, we're trust. Okay, let me put it this way.
My cards got compromised.
I'm going to, if we hit at any point in time, if we hit 15 subscribers, I'll do a giveaway, and as soon as we hit 200 followers, I'll do another giveaway. So if you can hit 15 subscribers in the month of April, we'll do a giveaway, and then it resets in May.
So it's not just you're after having an active 15 subscribers.
No, it's just, yeah, I just need 15 subscribers. Once I see that 1.5 on there, I'll do a giveaway. Okay?
Alrighty.
With that, I
Awesome.
hope you all have a
Apps that
beautiful
you can
day.
Subscribe with Prime.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can,
on
yeah,
Prime.
you can subscribe with Prime. I don't care.
You should encourage them to.
Yeah. All right. Everybody have a beautiful evening, and we'll see you next week.
Purchases and stuff.
Bye.